Hey everybody, welcome to the episode of the Hoppy Craftsmen podcast. I am Chris Sandback, back in studio with my co-host and cohort, I guess.
An all-around
bad guy, Edward Gomez. Boom. Ed, your beautiful wife, Sina, patron supporter of the show, bought us some beer.
She did. She went to Trader Joe's.
No. This isn't Trader Joe's. This is the Joseph Brow Brewing Co. from San Jose, California.
Yes, because when I think Brow, I think San Jose.
And I've been letting this thing warm up.
Yeah, you've been caressing it and manhandling it.
I want to see if it gets better, warmer, maybe. But it's just really funny that she was at Trader Joe's and she bought this warm, delicious Stockyard oatmeal stout.
Well, it's an oatmeal stout, so you don't want it cold, right?
Well,
you would like it a little warm.
It was cold when she gave it to me. I just let it warm up.
Correct.
So you've been drinking it already. I haven't tried it at all. I figured I'd give you my gut reaction. I wonder how much it is. I'm guessing it was like $12.99 for a six-pack.
$6.99?
$6.99 for a six-pack.
I don't know. We'll have to ask. Chris, take a big swig.
I gotta coat the tongue. Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's not actually that bad.
No, it has a dryness and a little bit of that oatmeal kind of coating that you get when you eat regular oatmeal.
Yeah.
It's not very sweet. I'll give it that.
No, it's not sweet at all. It's very light bodied too. It's got color wise, I don't know what it looks like. But
yeah, would you classify this as maybe an oatmeal porter?
Kind of. It's very light. But listen, again, I like people that listen to the Oktoberfest show. It's $7. I mean, it's not horrible for $7.
It does have a can reading, so that's worth its price in price per ounce, right?
I mean, technically they're an independent craft brewer because they have the seal on the side of the can.
Oh, they do? That's interesting.
Yeah. So there you go, Ed. 5.2.
Traditional stout Irish.
Those words. Make those words.
Well, look at the badge on it.
I understand.
It's a traditional Irish stout, but the stout is misplaced. So how do you compare this to Guinness? Guinness isn't an oatmeal stout, but it is an Irish stout.
I think this has more flavor than Guinness.
How dare you?
Just does.
You're going to alienate all our Irish listeners.
Just the people that drink Guinness.
A delicious creamy stout in the Irish tradition with its rich tan head intact. This deep and dark colored beer has the aroma and flavor of chocolate, roasted oats, and coffee, all derived from the specialty malts used in the brewing process. I sound a little stupid reading that because it's the way it's divided on the can. It's not by sentence. It like cuts off mid-word and cuts off mid-sentence.
Listen,
so it's
if you ever try to use a word bounding box and put a big paragraph in there and then you try to make it so words aren't cut in half, so it doesn't have that hyphen in the middle of words, like paragraph, it's like the long ones.
What's that poetry style they teach you in third grade where you if you're writing a poem about a duck, you make the poem in the shape of a duck?
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah.
You were in a special class besides that. Me, I wasn't in that one.
If you wrote a poem or a short story about Guinness, you would write it so that the words made the shape of a pint glass. I don't know what that style is, but I remember doing it in grade school. So
I did that.
They didn't do it on this can, but
I did that in design school where we would have to infill text in the shape of something.
But I think it's a style.
I mean, it probably
comes to writing and poetry. There's something to it. But
if anybody knows, let us know in the comments.
Correct.
Ed, so I was reading an article the other day, and it was on hop culture. You're welcome. And they brought up a thing that it was basically, I want to say, and I got the article here, and I didn't share this with you because I wanted it to be a fun surprise, like always, like we do.
So this wasn't Playboy?
Yep.
You weren't reading Playboy for the articles?
No, I'll tell you this. I was in Atomic Age Modern the other day, which is downtown Mesa. It's like a mid-century modern, they pinball machines and stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a glass case, and they definitely had some vintage Playboys and penthouses. And I was like, woo. I wonder what kind of cool articles are in those magazines. But no, so it was basically saying that Untappd is coming up on an anniversary, and as part of that, they wanted to go through and I was basically is it 13 years? Yeah, lucky 13 years. And so they went through and they found all the 5-star the most 5-star check-ins on Untappd in 2023.
Interesting.
So I wanted to go through this list and see how many of this list you've tried.
Sweet.
And see if you're part of the most check-ins.
Not that I've checked in.
And then
but
also if you would give it 5 stars.
The answer is probably no.
Okay.
But
well,
we'll see.
You never know. All right. So you ready for this?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So wait, what? Yes or no?
Yes, I have.
All right.
No bananas.
In no particular order, because I don't think they put them in it, and I didn't feel like going through and rearranging them. Pliny the Elder from Russian River. Number of 5-star check-ins, 9,057.
Holy shit, that's a lot.
That's a lot of check-ins, right?
Also, thanks for the softball right off the bat.
It is a double IPA, in case you were wondering. It's from Russian River, which is a place in California.
Actually, it's a river in California.
Yeah, it's Russian. I understand that. God, man, why is it so crazy over here? So yeah,
Where's it at? Santa Rosa?
yeah, I think it's Santa Rosa. Have you had this? Have you had this beer?
Yes, I have.
It's got Amarillo, Centennial, and Simcoe hops in it.
I'm going to say Blind Pig is better.
Ooh, whoa. Hold on.
What's the overall rating?
It's 5 stars, man. These are 5-star beers. Are you talking about in general?
So it's not like the overall, like.
No, this is the most. This is the.
Well, I'm saying
the most 5-star
they have
check-ins.
What's it called?
Oh,
like
the overall, like
Yeah.
every year thing? I don't know. It doesn't say that. They didn't.
But it
compare
doesn't have like an average rating.
No.
So these are just.
Well, they could be, but this is just the beers that have 5-star check-ins. The most 5-star check-ins for this year.
Oh, okay.
So, if you want to go find the average ones, you're gonna have to go look them up.
I'm gonna look at it.
All right. You want me to wait for you, or you want to go? You want to go to the next one?
we can cut that out.
What this we is? You can cut this out. He's got a mouse in his pocket over there.
Okay, so you said Pliny the Elder has the most
No.
5-star rating.
I don't know. This is not in any order. This is just a order, and it possibly could be. I just wasn't bothered to go through and put them and to verify that they were in an order, and they're not numbered on this list.
Okay, so the what
list
was
is
that
not-
number again?
9,000.
So that's 9,000 5-star ratings.
Yes.
Okay. So in total, it has 8. Okay, so in total, it has. So
That's a lot.
Pliny the Elder has a total of 823,067 check-ins.
How many? What's the average rate?
The average is 4.49. So 4.5.
All right, that's still pretty
That's
good.
the average.
That's pretty good for
Right.
You know.
So yes, I have had Pliny the Elder.
All right. Would you rate it 5 stars? I mean, you just said Blind Pig was better, so I
No, that's just being
facetious.
yes, and being an instigator.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the question is, what are we basing the 5-star off of? Like, is it a perfect beer? Is that what we're saying? Like, this is a beer beyond beer.
That's what people thought, evidently, because there's a lot of them.
Right. No, I'm saying as
lot of people
far
say-
as like how we would judge a beer. Like
Yes.
this beer is perfect. There's nothing else you can do to it.
Yeah.
I would drink it. I would go to the ends of the earth for this beer.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say it's a 5-star beer.
Yeah. All right.
Because I mean, I've made the road trip. Anytime somebody I know has a Pliny, I've been like, yeah, I want to try
Let's
that.
drink it. Yeah.
I've gone above and beyond to drink that beer. So yeah, I would say it would qualify as a 5-star beer.
So, as my Michigan Minute, would you drink that beer? You think it's better than Two Hearted, who's won and beaten Pliny the Elder?
Yeah, it's way better than 200.
All right. Fine.
It's not
Fine.
It's not a malt bomb like 200.
It's true. It's a little sweet.
So now I can contradict myself
All right,
because
perfect.
I'm checking my check-in.
You're checking? Oh, damn. Well, here you go.
I think we've both gotten to the point where we don't really rate beers anymore.
Yeah, I don't rate anything anymore on Untappd. I check it in just to keep a track of it, but man.
The first check-in I ever did on this beer, I gave it a 4.5. So basically
You're pretty much
the average.
Yeah, right on the average.
And then my only comment was the hype is real.
Oh, wow. Dang, all right. Well, there you go.
So
That's good.
yeah.
All right, next one on the list. Again, listen, these are all 5-star beers. These are going to be a lot of softballs, I think. But it's this beer from this place called the Alchemist.
Heady Topper.
It's called Heady Topper. It's got 7,570 5-star check-ins this year. We're at the end of the year, so I mean, maybe more by this point. So if you went and looked, it's probably more than that. But yeah, I mean, it's a double IPA again.
So on average, in total, it's 4.53. So it's higher than Pliny.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because Pliny was 4.49.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like
more check-ins too. So total check-ins 860,000.
Wow, it's a little bit more available, I guess, maybe possibly for that. Which
probably because we've had Heady Topper here. We don't have Pliny here. I've seen Heady Topper here before.
I haven't seen it like sold here. Have you seen it sold here? Oh, I haven't seen it sold here at all.
Very few and far between, but I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, like, it's definitely a rarity unicorn for a bit there. Same with Pliny, like, but it's just a different coast, which is funny. And then if you talk to people over there, what's the undercut statement there? Oh, well, Focal Banger's better, right? That's always that. So no matter what coast you go to.
Is that the key? You have to have something to play it against?
Yeah. It's the hype train this is the hypest beer, but this is the better beer because, that's how it works. 5-star? Focal Banger or Heady Topper? Focal Banger, which one? Quick, now guess.
No, I don't think I would give Heady Topper a 5-star.
That's not a very good beer, by the way. It also is not a 5-star beer. What is IPA we're drinking?
Are you saying Trader Joe's doesn't make 5-star beer?
Well, the Stockyard beer is not 5-star either, but this other IPA from whatever random bottle you poured this from.
Yeah, we're doing mystery pours.
Not very good either.
For tasters.
It's very metallic-y and penny tasting.
So my first check-in, I gave it a 4.25, so I gave it less than Pliny.
Okay.
And then my comments were surprisingly sweet and malty, but still has a full hop flavor.
That you trying to be
mine traveled, so it could have been.
Yeah, could be a little more.
But yeah, I think Heady Topper is one of those beers that hasn't really changed. So a lot of other beer has surpassed it. It's still a classic, but at the time it was crazy and
I agree with that.
Different, but now it's kind of a standard offering, so I could see why. Even then, I didn't think it was amazing. Like I wouldn't go anywhere like out of my way to go get Heady Topper.
So I agree with that. I think Heady Topper was probably one of the pinnacle beers of that time frame, but it's definitely stuck in a time frame of when that craft beer was made.
It's like the Nirvana of craft beer. I don't like Nirvana. They just did something different that nobody else was doing at the time.
But people loved them. People loved it a lot. And I mean, I think Heady Topper's the same way. Was in Maine. Definitely had some fresh Heady Topper that, Nate's dad went and got from the Alchemist. He literally drove there and picked it up and bought it and brought it back. It was delicious. But yeah, like you said, they're definitely a plethora of breweries now that's kind of the standard offering from them. So, all right. So listen, we all know that I can pronounce things perfectly well.
Correct.
I am the most perfect at pronouncing things. So with this one,
you enunce things.
Yeah, so much
phonetically.
Well, listen, and
perfectly.
The who's on the first situation we had forever ago, where Zach and I both made fun of you for not enunciating
any IPA.
My wife, any. My wife thought it was hilarious that we were making fun of you for not enunciating. So I was like, wow.
Also, have you seen the latest trend of Untappd, since we're talking about it?
No.
People calling out other people for saying this beer's not from New England.
Oh, Jesus. That's great because, people are dumb. It's like right in the name. It says New England.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
It says New England, but this was made in Nebraska.
This is brewed in Nebraska. You're like, you're stupid. People are stupid. It's like either you're trolling people or you're really that dumb, I guess. I don't know. So this is Trappist Westverletten Ren 12 version D Sint 62's Bijan von Westletteren.
Gesundheit.
Yep.
I can't even search that on Untappd.
Starts with a T.
Trappist. That is a lot of vowels.
I know. I said it perfectly. That's the perfect pronunciation of that.
Let's see here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So this had
Westvetleren.
You can actually
12.
Yes.
Is there a different version of it?
I mean, I wonder if there's one through 11. Probably. This had 4,167 check-ins. Go 5 stars.
Overall, 266,000. So by far, way less than the other two.
So this is brewed by the Trappist monks of Saint Sixtus. Sixtus?
Perfectly enunciated.
Yep, perfectly enunciated. In Letterin, Belgium. It's such small quantities, this Belgian quad rose to a rare fandom on the sheer absence of production. Listen, I don't produce any beer, so my beer should be 5 stars.
So this says, just as other Westliner beers, it can only be legally purchased at the monastery on appointment or in the bar across the street.
So this is the what? The bar across the street. That's where I'm going. You know, I listen. I think it's.
This is also a 4.5 overall.
It's probably really good. It's a Belgian beer. Probably tastes delicious. I don't know. Seems weird to me, but
I've had a Trappist beer. I've never had this, and I've never checked in a Trappist beer to Untappd.
The description of this wrote, pours a Coca-Cola molasses color that's smooth as black velvet or the surface of a lake in the morning. Great notes of chocolate cherry and almost no hint of booze despite being 10.2. Holy shit.
It's a beefy boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this is one of the ones that people have on their list of like beers before I die. Like this is the best Belgian style beer ever. I don't know. Whatever.
Bucket list beer.
I like if we were in Belgium and somebody wanted to share one of those with me, or I got one at the great. I don't know. I'm just not gonna. I don't go crazy with those kind of beers. I don't know. It's not my style in general.
I don't know. I don't have enough experience with Belgians to be able to discern like a 4-star
versus
from a 5-star.
Yeah, probably. I agree with that. Your palate sucks. All right. Next, Duvel Morgat.
Is that a craft beer?
Well, according to this list, it is. Well, hold on. Let's verify. I don't know if it actually said craft beer. Did it actually say craft beer? Nope. Just said beers with the most check-ins. So, not craft is okay, evidently, in this situation.
I could tell you I'm not going to give this a 5-star.
What? Why not?
Because I don't drink golden ales.
Yeah, I think strong golden ales.
I don't drink strong golden ales.
I don't think they're very good.
Like them. I'm not going the way of like, oh, I don't like strong golden ales 1 star.
Dude,
I don't drink enough of them. I can't appreciate the style enough to be like, oh, this is. I can't discern between strong golden ales because they're like, well, this one doesn't taste like pea and hay as much as the other one.
It takes 90 days to make this beer, in case you're wondering, to ferment in the tanks.
And what's the 5-star ratings on these?
This had 3,625, which is funny as it had, that's less than the Belgian strong ale.
Total?
The Westie 12 is what people call it, I guess.
Take a wild shot in the dark about the total check-ins for this one.
9,500. Not
even close.
285,000.
2.13 million.
Now go after yourselves. I mean, that's a game of just, at this point, you had so many check-ins. Like some had to be 5 stars, I guess, at this point.
The overall rating is 3.61. So that
seems right. That's what I would probably give that beer.
Yes, right. I have had this one. So I'm 3 for 4 at this point?
Yeah. All right. Damn. You're right at the top of the trendy list, Ed. Way to go. Next one, Zombie Dust from Three Floyds. Has 3,441 check-ins. It is an American Pale Ale, released in 2012, which is great. Citra, and only Citra, Ed, in case you were wondering. Sons of a bitch. Yeah, man, I've had this beer for sure. I like Zombie Dust. When I was in Chicago, I definitely sought this out, and then they had it on different taps around the state.
I've had it. I've never checked it in.
Yeah, well.
861,000 total check-ins.
Wow. Total
overall rating, 4.24.
4.24?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I thought it was good. It was good. It was definitely one of those beers where it's an American Pale Ale, but it's definitely West Coasty, like in that kind of situation going on with all those. It was good.
I will say on this one, I don't think I understand why it's gotten so many 5 stars because of availability.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an amazing beer. It's a good beer, but the fact that it was hard to get and it had so much hype.
Oh, I mean, Three Floyds in general, all their artwork's crazy cool.
Right.
And
It
like,
stood
it's
out.
hard
Like
not
if you
to.
saw any advertisement or anybody post on it, you're like, that's a beer I want to try. I think that can take it from an average of like 4.24 to a 5. But like I said, to me, it's the combination of the artwork and the availability could easily boost it to when I've had this. It's definitely a 5. Same thing with like what's the Sunshine one? Is that
the Lawson's
Lawson's? Like that one too. That got a higher rating because it wasn't available. And when you did, because everybody had a friend who could get them Lawson's.
Dude, Lawson's made a Lawson's mango Sip of Sunshine. It was pretty good. Not gonna lie, had it drafted and made a couple times. It was awesome. All right, man. Next on this list, this one's gonna be.
Let's see if I can guess it. Give me a region.
The Northeast.
Northeast.
Yep.
Treehouse Juice.
Nope.
Green.
Nope.
Hazy.
No.
Is it even Treehouse?
No.
Fuck. Maine Beer Company.
Nope.
Give me a state.
Vermont.
Fucking.
You want a bigger hint?
Yeah.
We already said the name on the show.
Focal Banger.
Correct. Yeah, so this got 2,761 5-star check-ins this year.
383,000 total.
Damn, that's a lot.
Overall rating 4.4.
It's right there, man. Yeah, that's funny. They talk about like, being a sidekick to
Heady Topper.
Heady Topper kind of thing. Like, it's kind of funny. Again, Citro, Mosaic hops. I definitely have had this beer. I definitely liked it.
I've had it. I've never checked it in. I liked this. I can honestly say I liked Heady Topper more than Focal Banger.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, that's a double IPA versus an American IPA.
Yeah, which is...
I mean, just mouthfeel, the hop bite. Yeah, it's going to be hard to... Unless you're a diehard American IPA fan, it would be hard pressed to find Focal Banger better than Heady Topper.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. It's good, but yeah, it's definitely double compared to the American for sure.
Like you could drink a Focal Banger and be like, I wish this had more, and then you could drink a Heady Topper and be like, this is exactly what I wanted.
This is something, a little something.
Right.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh yeah, they did that.
Oh, it's weird. They got this down. All right. Next one. You gonna guess this one?
Give me we'll go state, so I'm not making so many guesses.
Northeast.
I said state, not region.
I don't know where they're from. Oh,
Treehouse.
You already said them. Yeah, you said it's Treehouse.
Hazy.
No.
Juice.
No. Well, close. King
Juice. King Julius.
Julius. 2,382 check-ins. Double IPA. I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean,
all these beers taste like disappointment. We haven't had this one.
We haven't had King. We had the King. We had the Julius.
Yes.
Which is like, it was good. Hype wise, wasn't as great as. I mean, I think it was just good.
So of the ones you've gone over so far, this is the highest overall rated because this is 4.62.
Damn. Okay. Let me get some of that in.
Not a lot of people check it in though. Only 116,000 total.
Yeah, I mean, it's newer. It's newer than the other beers, right?
Right.
It's been around a little bit longer. You'll love this. Spotted Cow, New Glarus.
Wait, let me see if I've never had. I've had Spotted Cow. I don't know if I've checked it in. I would not give that a 5-star at any point in my life.
People love that beer, dude. Love it.
Yeah, but it's also people who like cows and freeze their ass off most of the time of the year.
I haven't had the Spotted Cow. I've had something else from New Glarus. The Spotted Cow, after I found out, which I think, to me in my mind, you're like, oh, Spotted Cow seems like that would be some kind of stout because of the cow lactose portion of it, I guess. I don't know. That's what my brain thought. But it's a farmhouse ale.
Right.
Which
we had that issue before when we drank a rally beer. The name of it and the description, we wanted a big, dark,
and it
stouty kind of beer, and it wasn't. It was a farmhouse ale.
I was like, oh, that's weird. So yeah, this got 2,377 check-ins.
Overall, it's 3.89 with 551,000 total check-ins. I had this at the shop when they had like an impromptu
Oh, hang out.
beer tasting.
Oh, I gotcha.
And Dave was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Because I was at the bar, and he's like, they're sharing bottles back there. You should go back there. And I was like, that seems kind of weird. Like, and then he's like, well, I could take you back there, or you could be a big boy and just go back there by yourself. I was like, all right.
Did you go back there and be like, hey, Dave said I can come back here? Dave sent me.
Yeah, Dave sent me.
Dave sent me back here, guys.
But yeah, I think it was when they were doing a collab with the Nakazi group, and they had a bunch of like new Glarus stuff.
That's funny. I went there one time, and they were doing the Pizza Port. Pete guys were there, so I went back there and drank a bunch of beer with Pizza Port. It was really fun times. All right, so next one, again with my perfect enunciation and pronunciation of these words: Wein, Hefesteifen, Heiver, Weissen, Bier, Bascher, Stott, Bauer, Wine, Hefesteifen.
Feinstefaner?
That's the one. It's their half a Weizen.
You have to show me so I can type it out.
2,337. Yeah, it's just their.
So this is this the Hefeweizen beer?
Yes.
So this is a Feinstefaner.
That's what I said. That's what I said, man. God.
Bayerische Straßbier Feinstefan?
Yes. That's what I said.
So overall 3.78 with 669,000 check-in.
So many check-ins.
I really like Feinstefaner. I don't think I've ever had this beer. Let me check. I doubt it. If I have, I've never checked it in.
I've had beers from them. I can't remember if I've had that beer from them. Because, yeah. I mean, maybe. It's one of those, like, beers that, you start getting into craft beer and you start, like, being like, what's this thing? It's got a crazy name. I'll try it. Yeah.
Man, Germans are right on 5.4%. They're all right there in that 5.5% with their beers.
All right, you ready? We're gonna keep going. We got rock and roll, Ed. We got so many on this list.
Okay.
King Julius Treehouse.
You just did that one.
No, that was King Julius.
Oh, this is a different one?
This is a different one. So the other one was King Julius with like 4 J's and 3 U's and whatever. Yeah, this one's King Julius, like the original King Julius, which is crazy. And then, yeah.
Is it like a double dry hop version? Like, what makes this one different?
So that one's a double IPA. It was actually a 4th anniversary celebration beers they brewed. Yeah, it's actually extra kettle hops and extra dry hopping in the King Julius one.
I call bullshit. People just do it if it's a one-off like that. They're
Right.
just like, 5 stars because
best ever.
It's just checking.
So next one on the list, Orvel. Brassiere Dave Orvel. Again, Belgian Pale Ale. All right, cool.
That many 5 stars?
I guess, man. It says it had 2,149 check-ins for that beer.
This seems like another kind of braggadocious kind of check-in.
Well, listen to me. The next one you're going to find really great.
Because overall, this is 3.69.
Yeah.
With only 395,000 total check-ins.
Next one, Edward. I'm sure you didn't have this. Oktoberfest, Samuel Adams. 2,149 check-ins.
It's a good beer.
You're not wrong. It's good. It's just, I mean.
Like if you put, and we've done a few Oktoberfest shows where we've never done the Sam Adams on our Oktoberfest show.
No, we haven't got that one yet.
Because we know it's a good beer.
It's a good beer.
5 stars?
Yeah, but 5 stars is a lot though.
Right.
Like if you tell me that versus Renthouse's, I mean, they're not the same.
I mean, they don't. I mean, the Fest beer, what was the Treacher?
Yeah, the Treacher. The Treacher was real good.
Like, I would say that's a 5 star.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't know. It's
hard rating beers anymore.
That, but I'm going to pull my beer snob card.
Snobbery.
Being to Oktoberfest and going to Germany, there's not a 5-star Oktoberfest made in America.
All right. Well, that Tucher's not. That Tucher was from.
Well, yeah, that's from. I would say I would give
right.
that one a 5 star. So.
All right. So we had the Robin to the Batman earlier. Now we have the Harley Quinn to the Joker. Pliny the Younger from Russian River.
That's another.
It's a triple though, right?
But it's another snobbery thing because you have to get people still line up.
I know
beers that are still
exclusive,
getting exclusive lines and people losing their shit over. It's that beer.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Never had it. I wouldn't wait in line for it. but if somebody had it, I would drink it. It probably is amazing, but there's enough good beer out there that I'm not missing it. I've never really heard anybody like say, "Oh, you have to have."
Right.
It's more of a status thing. I'm sure it's a good beer, but again, it's probably one of those. It's 5 stars because I have it and you don't.
Yep. Status for sure. Well, listen, that beer's gonna be 5 stars, even if it wasn't 5 stars to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it comes out to. I stood in line for fucking 3 hours. This beer's 5 stars. Just how it works. So that was their list. That was all of them. I'm sure there's a bunch more 5 stars that just didn't meet the 2,000 check-in limit or something.
Oh, so there was a minimum,
I guess,
check-in limit.
They stopped. They stopped around 2,000, 2,100, like that.
Sweet. So, that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think there's some on that list that as soon as you saw them, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. Somewhere on there were definitely unique kind of one-offs, and some of the ones were like, I don't know.
I think I was maybe about 50%.
Had a fair number of those beers. Some of them, maybe at one point they're on my list to have beers to get, but at this point I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay fucking secondary market plus for younger.
Nope, no, it's not worth it.
There's going to be very few chances where I travel just to go stand in line for that beer.
Yeah, agreed. So with that,
I can't wait till we do the 1 star and the lowest rated.
It's going to be great. We'll find the 1 star list. It's just going to be people being
It'll
like,
be all domestic stuff.
Yeah. Oh man. People be like, I don't like lagers. Coors Light.
Yeah.
And they'll be so angry about it, and they'll say it's the best. So local brewery opened that we talked about on a previous show, and this is going to be a little bit later after that, but I was actually able to go down to the opening of it, Ed.
The soft opening.
The soft opening.
What? I mean, is that like an excuse? This is a soft opening, so if anything goes wrong,
it was a soft opening.
We'll fix it by a proper opening.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that seems right. And because I heard somebody say that they had a soft opening closed to the public the week previously to that. So, but it was Catalyst Craft Ales in Tempe, which is over on, what is that? Hayden and Broadway. I want to say, what is it? It's over by Ted's Hot Dogs right there. I think that's Broadway, or is it one up from that? What's the one right south of Maine, or Apache at that point?
It does turn into Apache.
It's Broadway, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, southeastern corner. There's a little plaza over there. It's a big spot. I mean, the patio's big. It's in a kind of a corner. Cool place. I mean, we posted some photos about it. It was really cool. It was packed to the gills. So I got there. The soft open started at 5. I got there like 5:04 maybe.
So you were late.
I guess. Patio had a bunch of people in it sitting already. All the tables and chairs inside were full of people. The couch. There was a line to get tacos inside from Salt. The bar was full. There's 2 lines to go to the bar to get different beers. It was packed full of people, man. They had a lot of other brewery stuff on, and they had stuff of their own. I mean, I'm sure by the time you guys hear this, they'll probably have some other beers and stuff on, but it was big stouts and some barley wines, which was great.
It's a bold move out the gate.
Yeah, it was a little much it was still warm at that point. It was still hot. Wasn't feeling it. Everybody, that's funny because the people there that were drinking, they were drinking a Pilsner because it was still super hot. And it wasn't their Pilsner that they were drinking. It was somebody else's Pilsner, which made me laugh. They had a collab with the shop on, which I can't remember what that one was, but they did a collab with the shop. Catalyst did. It's a cool place though. I mean, I'm excited to go back there when it's not batshit crazy and eat some of their food and not stand in a giant line to get some of their beers. But it was packed. It was cool. And the brewing space seemed pretty legit. So they had a big brewing area back there. So
1845 East Broadway Road, suite number 106, Tempe, Arizona.
So put that in your GPS. Put Catalyst Craft Ales in your GPS and they'll tell you where to go.
So here's a hot topic question. Are you next time you're going to go there, are you going to go there, or are you going to go to Ted's Hot Dogs and then go there for beer?
Ooh,
are you going to go Salt inside, or are you going to go to Ted's Hot Dogs?
So I didn't have any of the Salt food. All the food that I saw coming out though looked real good. So I'm excited for that. Like I'll try the tacos there first just to see how they are and stuff. because it seemed like they were kind of like, it seemed like the Baja style, like of tacos and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it seemed more of that, which is always, kind of light and refreshing, where sometimes taco can be a little heavier and drinking a bunch of beers and then trying to eat like heavy tacos or burritos is just like, that's too much. I don't want to do that. So, drinking a 15% barley wine and then eating like light tacos though also doesn't seem the greatest in the world. So
barley wine and tacos does not sound like a combination I want to
enjoy. But again,
submit myself to.
By this point, they probably are going to have some beers on draft that are maybe a little bit lighter, or maybe some IPAs, or we are in the winter season, so maybe.
Well, I know that, and there's also that whole issue of, I don't know if it's still an issue, but at one point there was that you can't brew your own beer until you're selling beer, and you can't sell beer till you brew beer. Some weird kind of.
But I think
catch-22 of producing beer. So that's why a lot of places that when they first open, they don't have a lot of their own beer. They have a lot of guest taps, and they have a lot of stuff they bring in.
But my guess is that's for new breweries, right? Well, Catalyst previously was at Astra, and they had a license, right?
Yeah.
And so, which I'm sure they can probably transfer it. So it means they're not open. They weren't a new brewery opening it up. They had the ability to produce beer. And I know, was it Pour? Is who they teamed up with, right? Is that Pour?
Yes.
And so they have a different license, I'm sure, to be a retail sales craft beer bar. But, there's got to be... I can't imagine they're not using that Astra license. Maybe it wasn't theirs and they couldn't use it. But this is my real guess, is that's leftover beer from Ad Astra and they just renamed it. 100%. That's why they had stouts and That's what I would do, right? You had a couple 5 gallons sitting around at Astra.
That was my first guess, is when you sent me they got stouts and barley wine. I was like, that sounds like stuff they might have made it at Astra towards the end,
right? And that's what my thought was. And then the other one was a collab with the shop, so the shop produced that beer. So
it was at the shop.
Wouldn't matter, right? So, well, very cool. But yeah, it was fun. We'll see.
No hard seltzers out the gate, huh?
I think there was a seltzer on there. I wasn't really paying attention to that because I don't really care. So you'd have to go in and tell me.
Oh yeah, because I'm the hard seltzer.
There's one that we all know about Ed. Hard seltzer.
Yep.
Highest rated on his Untappd. Hard seltzers, 5 stars.
Correct.
Well, cool. Fun, Ed. It's a great show.
Yeah. I can't wait for VinePair to come out with their 5-star rated.
And we'll see. We'll compare.
Because we did the unpopular beer opinions on Reddit, and VinePair just happened to produce an article about the same time we recorded. So
yeah, weird.
So we're either trendy or hacky.
One of the two. Yeah.
Depending on your opinion of VinePair, which obviously mine, I would say hacky. So we probably need to readjust our focus.
All right.
To not be parallel with VinePair articles.
Well, to be fair, we did, well, actually not that one, but other ones we just make fun of VinePair articles. Correct. So that works out great. I think that makes us feel like we're more superior than there.
True.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Drink local. Ed, see you next time. Maybe. I don't know. You're here.
As he walks out the door.
See you guys later. Flip this table up.
If you'd like to become a part of the Hoppy Craftsman beer community, here's where you can connect with us. Our website is hoppycraftsman.beer. You can find us on Instagram and Threads at Hoppy Craftsman. Our YouTube channel, Hoppy Craftsman. If you want to go above and beyond to support the show, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/hoppycraftsman. And we do have some supporters who are generous enough to donate to this show. And those people are Terrence Hollows, Jeff Johnson, Zach Dominguez, and Cena Gomez. If you want to support the show, we have multiple tiers. Just go to Patreon, like I said, patreon.com/hoppycraftsman and join one of our tiers.